Hey guys, today I would like to show you how to use Macmillan website and Macmillan platform, which along with high 5 course books make a complete basis for planning and conducting your classes. Let's start with the website. In order to access the website, you need to go to high5.macmillan.s, and once you log in to the website with the username and password that have been provided to you, you will see that you've got several options in here. And the most important ones are Pupils Resource Center, which is, as the name suggests, devoted to pupils. And students have the instructions how to access and use it, as well as their personal access codes inside their pupils' books or workbooks. But now I will focus on Teachers Resource Center. As you can see, you've got here Teachers Presentation Kit and Tools that I will discuss in a greater detail in a second. You've got tests on all the levels that we are teaching, and as you know, all of our students take an exam every trimester, so these tests may come in handy once you need them. You've got evaluation rubrics in order to evaluate the progress of your students. You've got task flashcards, which are a digital version of the flashcards that you've got in the teacher's set. You've got grammar booster worksheets, teachers' books and Spanish editions if you need it, letters to parents and other resources. And now I will discuss a Teachers Resource Center, which is basically digital version of pupils book and activity book with integrated audio and answer keys. In order to use it, you need an application, and the application has been installed on all the Academy computers and tablets. So you will find the icon of MEE application on the desktop. After you log into it, you will find all the books that we are using in the Academy, and I will discuss it on the basis of High 5.1 book. Here you've got the digital versions of Pupils book and Activity book. So let's take a look at the Pupils book. As you can see, we've got a list of units in here, and let's take Unit 1 for example, Lesson 1 and 2. As you can see at the display, you've got the subsequent pages of Unit 1 of High 5.1 book. And as you can see at the bottom on the toolbar, you can switch between Pupils book and Activity book with just one click. And here you've got a set of tools that you can use in order to make your classes more appealing. The first one is the arrow symbol. When you click on it, you will see that you can amplify a chosen section of the book that you are discussing in a given moment. And the second one is the pencil. You can use it in order to draw or write on the pages. This may be useful when you are doing some exercises in the activity book with your students. You've got also a highlighter, which obviously is used to highlight the most important information. You've got an eraser. You've got a stopwatch to set the limit, the time limit within which your students should complete a given task. You can add some notes, and by clicking on this index finger icon, you can also amplify the given exercise, and you've got options. Just a second. For example, in here, when we click on exercise number 1, with the help of this option, you have got the option to listen to a song and to record yourself. And it's the same for every exercise that is interactive. That includes the recording and the option to record yourself. So you don't need any CDs, you don't need to do anything, you just click on the exercise and you have an access to a given recording. So this was pupils book and activity book. As I said, you can easily switch between pupils book and activity book by just clicking an icon on the bottom of the display. What's more, we also have got vocabulary tool, dialogue tool, and story tool. This is vocabulary tool is basically revision of vocabulary which was covered in the given unit. Let's take for example numbers. You've got a slideshow, you've got a spotlight. So you move the spotlight to reveal the picture and your students guess what it is. Oh, sorry. You've got distort, quick flash. So these are basically activities that you can use with your students during your classes in order to revise and practice the vocabulary that was covered in a given unit. Then we've got dialogue tool, which is basically the revision of the dialogues in the unit that were presented in a given lesson. So you have an option to listen to the dialogue. You have some reinforcement activities and ordering activities which also serve the purpose of revising the material. And the last one is the story tool. So basically you've got here the explanation, the revision of the stories covered in the unit, so you can come back to them. Just, pupils can act the stories out and so on. So as you can see, you have a huge basis of materials that you can use in an interactive way during your classes. It all depends on your creativity. So this is all quite intuitive, and I guess that once you see for yourselves, there should be no problems. But if you happen to have any questions to me, if you happen to have any problems of any kind with the platform or the website, of course don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you for your attention.